What's up YouTube? Welcome back to YouTube. Today I will be unboxing the Aochuang WRM. You might have realized that I am trying this new overhead view. If you like it, let me know. If you want me to go back to the other angle, let me know in the comments. I'm in the Aochuang GTS-M right now, and I like it. It's just a little too slow for me at the moment, and it pops a little too much. I don't know where it is at the moment, so that's why it's not here in the video. I got some Solaritas. This is my first time buying Solaritas, so I've never tried it. I'm really excited to. Here is the box. Whoa, that is so small. I thought that was going to be much bigger. Forgive me if the cube is, or anything is out of frame. Whoa! I got a stand to go with it. That's pretty cool. I don't think I bought that. Well, let me just look at the receipt to see if I did buy the stand. No, they gave me a free stand. That's pretty cool. This box looks even cooler in person. I don't have the Aochuang WRM, but I've heard that it is pretty much like it. But it is coming in the mail very soon, so look out for that. Here we go. So this cube is smaller than the standard 5x5. I think it's the size of a 4x4. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Well, like, this is 60 millimeters, I'm pretty sure. And this is the same exact length. Before we get into the cube, let's just take a look at the accessories. TMOU card. Oh my goodness, I've gotten this guy so many times already. Pamphlet. Same MOU card that you always get. Some extra magnets and the screwdriver. Shades looking nice. I have the Aochuang M and the RS3M and the WRM 2020, so I already knew what these shades are going to look like. However, this has a slight matte finish to it. Well, right now because it's been broken in. And this has glossy plastic, and I don't know if you can tell, but the colors are a little more vibrant on here, which I really like. Okay, so feels kind of weird on the outside, kind of frictiony, like when you rub your finger against it. It's about as loose as my 5x5, but without further ado, let's just get into turning. Okay, not really blowing me away. Doesn't feel faster than my Aochuang GTS-M. It needs a little break in. It's a little slow for me. It's just corner cutting. Whoa. Okay. My 5x5 can do about like that much. It's pretty dry out of the box. It's got a very swishy feel. Magnets are pretty light, but the inners are pretty strong. They're lighter than the inner layers here. But they're stronger than the outers on here. I'm sorry I can't compare it to my Aochuang GTS right now. I really don't know where it is right now. Whoa, I can't do that on my 5x5 or else it'll pop. That's a good sign. The right there stage seems like it's going to be pretty good. As I'm turning it, the outer layers are pretty fast, but the inner layers are what is kind of slow and kind of disappointing. I enjoy turning the outer layers more than the inner layers, just because the inner layers are, you know, kind of slow and not as forgiving as the outer layers. Don't get me wrong, the corner cutting is still really good. It's just that going from the outer layers to the inner layers, it's kind of a pain, but it's a good thing that on 5x5 you go from inner layers to outer layers. So it's been about 2 days, and I gotta say, I really like this cube. Out of the box, it did have a sandy, swishy, dry, sluggish type of feel, but after about 1 to 2 solves, the cube sped up and the dryness started to go away. But after about 15 to 20 solves, I felt like the dryness was gone. I found that the cube has a light coating of lube on the inside, so at first it doesn't feel like it. Once you do some solves, it starts to break in and make the feel more enjoyable. I did say I didn't really like how it felt out of the box, but now I like it, so that means this cube has a lot of potential. I haven't lubed this cube at all, but I don't feel like it needs to have lube. So I did some solves right after I finished unboxing the cube, and I was a little disappointed. My times were slightly higher than usual, and I didn't know what to do. And I did some more solves, and my time started to drop. The crazy thing is, this cube has dropped my times by about 10 seconds. Now, if you already have a Valk and you buy this cube, I don't think your times will drop just because the Valk is a very reliable cube according to a bunch of cubers. I've only done a couple of turns on it, so I don't know much about it, but from what I know, the Valk is a really reliable cube, and people might take that one over this one. Comparing it to the Aochuang GTS-M, this has a more stable feeling, and it feels more like a 4x4 than a 5x5. It still feels like a 5x5, but it has more of a 4x4 type of feel. The Aochuang GTS-M was very flexible, and this one is slightly flexible, which is a good thing so that the times that you aren't accurate with your turns, the cube can corner cut without a problem. But also looking on the other side, this cube is more stable than the Aochuang GTS-M, giving you more confidence, less lockups, catches. I haven't had any lockups during solves. You can get lockups on this cube if you really try, but it's pretty easy to put the cube back into its original shape. Before I was talking about how it feels like a 4x4, and it specifically feels like the Aochuang WRM or even the Aochuang GTS-2M because those are two very similar cubes. It has a snappy feel of the Aochuang WRM, and its feel is very similar to it. However, it still feels like the Aochuang GTS-M like I was saying before, and because it has a slight bubbly feel, and it still kind of feels like a 5x5 with the flexibleness that I was talking about before. The smaller size of the cubes makes slice moves much easier than they are on bigger cubes. The corner cutting is just under 45 degrees, which is more than enough for a 5x5, and reverse cutting, it's not that great, but you don't need much corner cutting on the big cube, just because your turning accuracy is more important than the corner cutting on the cube. Something I want to note is that the M layers on this cube are so good. I think most of it is because of the smaller size, making it harder to hit just like one or two layers. So when you, when you do it, your finger hits all 3 layers. But the other reason why I think they're so good is because the cube is pretty stable. So to wrap up the video, let's just talk about who this cube is for. If you're really looking for a 5x5, this cube is pretty good. I would even say it's the way to go, just because it's a good mid-range kind of 5x5, because it's cheaper than the Valk, and it's a little better than the MGC. But if you really like the Valk, I would say pass. It's not worth spending an extra $40 for a cube that you might not even use as a main. If you don't really like your Valk, go ahead and try this one. You might like it. If you can't afford $40 for a 5x5, go for the MGC. It's pretty good for its price. But I still kind of recommend this cube just because it performs a little better. The last thing that we're going to touch is if you like Moyu big cubes or Moyu cubes in general, you probably should buy this cube. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Let me know what you want to see next in the comment section down below. See you guys next time. Peace out.